Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to My Time to Journal, an untrained person playing with lots of art supplies and having fun. Join me. Good morning, good morning. You may notice that the scenery has changed. I am at home. I came home this morning, Friday afternoon for you. Well, lunchtime, whatever. While I'm saying this is a photocopy of some African prints fabric, which was Kirty's suggestion. She knows I love fabric. She knows I love color. And the African prints are nothing if not beautifully gorgeous colors and prints and designs and all kinds of things. I was going to use both of them together. Um, I wanted them to be different, but I wanted them to be the same colors. Once it printed, it wasn't nearly what I thought it was going to be. So I'm going with this black and blue one, which I think is gorgeous. But it's one side of my spread. So, I say, Anyhow, yep, I came home. My husband was supposed to come down yesterday for you, with our granddaughter and a friend of hers, but the granddaughter is sick, not COVID, and her friend is iffy with some homesick feelings going on in the family right now. So she wasn't going to come. Anyhow, long story short, they didn't come. My husband is coming down again next weekend. He didn't want to drive back and forth that much. It's a 3-hour drive each direction. He would leave Friday afternoon and come back on Sunday afternoon with the girls because they all have to be back in school on Monday. So they decided either one of them were coming. And because I am leaving to go to Missouri not the end of next week, I decided to come home and spend a few days with him before I leave. Otherwise, I wasn't going to see him. Him being the husband, Mr. 4x8. Mr. 4x8 deserves a visit. Excuse me, the dog deserves a visit. Oh yeah, the husband too. Anyhow, so I came home on the spur of the moment. We talked about it last night, and because of that, I left a couple supplies at the beach. So we're going to, trust me, this room here has quite a few supplies. But I was getting quite used to having this little black, almost like a old-fashioned train case full of stuff that I could cart back and forth. I don't have it. I left it at the beach, which I just have now discovered in making this beautiful African print. So I am taking a couple pieces of background paper that I already had, and in my lake stash, which there's plenty of, trust me, and trying to replicate some of the colors and bring um, in a roundabout. I don't want it to be exact by any means, and it's not going to be. But I'm trying to draw one of those loopy things that's in the middle of the page on the opposite side. So the yellow is not showing up here at all. So I go with blue and just trying to make that uh, fancy shape, not quite a paisley, but a loop of some kind. And just slightly replicate the pattern. I'm not trying to make it exact, and I'm trying to make it very loose and just enough to make it look like I didn't stick 2 pieces of paper on there and try to draw a pattern. But close enough that it looks like it matches. By the time I'm finished, it's good enough for me. I like it. I didn't want it to be exact. And it reminds me of a road, which is the subject of today's journaling from Michael Palin, who is the author of this book. These are, in case you don't know, I am reading Michael Palin's book that he wrote in 2002 about his trek across the Sahara that corresponded with a TV show on the BBC. And I love those travel shows. BritBox is on my Amazon Prime going all the time. And I love BritBox, and I love Michael Palin's love of travel and love of meeting people from all over. Perhaps he should be running some countries right now. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So anyhow, he is crossing into Mali, and it's problematic. This is 2002 when he wrote this book, and there's issues with transportation at best in some of these places, this being one of them. Bamako is where he is, and this is his writing in his book. Trying to film this show adds to chaos of everyday life here. The road surface here is like a very bad mohawk haircut. Very thin line of tarmac, worn down, hard to reveal hard baked earth on either side. And that was me paraphrasing some of his writing. But yeah, they're dealing with roads, they're dealing with their road crew. They stick out like a sore thumb. Everybody wants to sell them something. They just want good guidance and good um, drivers and things like that to get them from one place to another. They're on their way across the top of Africa, thus the name Sahara Trek. That is my name for this series. That is not his name. But he loves the people. He loves a challenge. He loves seeing places he's never seen before. If you'll notice that sheet to the left, I'm kind of mapping out what's left of the book. I'm a little over halfway through, but February is almost over. And if you know me, you know that I can't go into the next month with the same journal. Guess what? This month I am. But I do leave on the 7th of March, so I'm working until at least then, taking a break until I get back from my quilting retreat, and then we'll finish up. So I'm trying to kind of um, get my ducks in a row. That's a Southern expression. Um, so I know what I'm doing until I leave. After that, I have a little bit less stress and a little bit less going from this place to that place to this place to that place on an airplane, in a car, blah, 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 blah. And I will be able to relax a little bit more without all that logistics of travel back and forth over the next few days. It doesn't start until the first week of March, but still, anyhow. I'm probably going to end up into another journal, which is fine with me. This will be 2 volumes. Um, this is my favorite thing to do, is just travel vicariously through somebody else. So I really, really like how this turned out. Different. Love the African print fabric, of course. Um, that would make a great quilt pattern, actually, an abstract quilt. Oh, that's a good idea, Beth. Oh, Kurtie, that's a good idea, don't you think? Anyhow, so um, I'm back with the husband, back with the dog, probably for almost a week, I think, and then back to the beach, because that's where I'm flying out of, is the beach. Otherwise, I would just stay here. But I'm flying from Myrtle Beach to Myrtle Beach, coming home. So, anyhow, that is what's in the works the next little bit. I know I covered it up. I just wanted the 2 pages to sort of blend together, and I'm fine with that. I knew I was going to be covering that part of that design, but I really like this. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.